Happy Friday. It's episode 50. Welcome back to the show. Hi, it's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. Happy Friday. I cannot believe I've done this 50 days in a row now. Hi, and on that note, I have a theme song for today's podcast. DJ Kevin, we the best season as we because I'm out here grinding. I do this for the streets. I don't care what nobody says. I'm going to be me. Okay, I'll stop. Hi, that's a theme song for today's podcast. I was going to play a 50 Cent song, but I'll be mentioning him a lot in the later half of this podcast. There's a reason for it. I'm looking at The 50th Law, a book by 50 Cent and Robert Greene, and it's going to be the last segment of the podcast. It's going to get juicy. It's going to get deep. This is going to be a great episode. It's Friday. I'm feeling good. So let's get into it. I mean, right off the bat, if you're new, if you're just joining, hi, I'm Jacqueline. I'm from Washington State. I moved to San Diego in 2018, and I'm at the point now where I feel like this is the right time. I'm in my mid-20s. I feel like this is the right time to document my life experience. And, you know, it's been a crazy year, and I decided to do a podcast, and here we are, episode 50. And I feel like I'm becoming the best version of myself every day. I get a little closer, and I am sharing a lot about the stuff I struggle with and my thought process behind doing a podcast every day and being breaking in this industry, drowning out these hoes, doing it 7 days a week, as I joke about all the time. But it's been a lot of fun, and I just want to start off by saying, like, thank you. You know, I don't know. I feel like I've come to a conclusion. I'm coming to a pause 50 episodes in, like, wow, this has been a crazy podcast. This podcast is basically like whatever I want to talk about. It's a politics podcast. It's a fitness podcast. It's sports, stock market, coffee, social media, fucking, you know, like pop culture news, everything. And you guys have been so accepting of whatever I talk about, and you're down with it. You're down for the fact that I don't niche down. I don't niche down on any one topic, and that's selfish. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be helpful for me or for you guys. Let me slow down. It would be more helpful if you clicked on my podcast every day and I hit a topic home and stuck to one theme, but I have undiagnosed adult ADHD probably, and that's not happening. So thank you for the support. But today I'm going to try to keep the train on the train tracks, the wheels on the wagon, whatever the hell I always say. And you know, stick to the script here. Yeah, I write some notes. I'm totally cool with admitting that. I don't care what nobody says. I'm going to be me. Oh, okay, shit. Let me turn that off. I've been so insecure about how terrible I am at sound effects and like syncing up songs. I just like actually plan that. As I said it, I paused and then I played it, and now I'm insecure about that. So hi. Eventually I'll get good at mixing sound effects and whatever, but dude, month 2, I know I've done this 50 days in a row now, but month 2, I have so much to learn. I'm so new at this. It's not like you can I mean, yeah, if I went hard in the paint and tried hard, put in more effort instead of lounging around and taking naps all day for the first month. If you're new, I was chronically I was napping for 2 hours a day. Not because of depression or anything. I think it was my new medication side effects, something like that. And it's finally going. That's not happening anymore. But I've come. It's been a journey, and I'm at this phase now where I'm shifting gears. You know, episode 50. I'm like, let's level up, bitch. Let's level up. Let's take this a little more seriously. And anyways, I'm just trying to be honest. You know what I mean? I'm not a pro. Maybe someday, but not now. All right, let's talk about yesterday anyways. My phone is at 1% battery. I was so pissed right before I recorded. So it's on a charger right now. Useless information nobody needs to know. Let's check my notes about yesterday. So I didn't take the garbage out, first of all. That was my goal. I had I'm still looking at the two garbage bags. Didn't happen. I washed my kitchen though. I put Should I restart this? I cleaned my dishes yesterday and I didn't take out my garbage and I did not do laundry. I'm a bad adult. This is my vlog. I'm telling you what I did. Anyways, that's annoying. That's unimportant. I went to the doctor's yesterday morning. I was wilding out on Instagram stories all day. I don't know what that was. And I watched the debate and the Eagles and Giants game, which was hilarious. Not actually, the tripping part was hilarious. Excuse me. Excuse my language. Can I even form a fucking sentence today? I don't know. Let me take a water break. Dude, I should get a water boy. Oh, by the way, okay, so I'm already thinking about hiring staff probably in like 5 years. Strictly diversity hires, no white people. So if you're white, sorry, I can't unfortunately hire you, but I'm now that I'm I just said water boy. I think I'm gonna include a water boy in my on my staff. That'd be sick. Someone to like I know I get real creative with my podcast shit, but like I imagine me like here I am on, I've told you guys just like being an athlete. Every morning pre-podcast, I feel like I'm in the locker room and I'm out on the court or I'm on the field. Like this is game time, I'm game ready right now, and I think a water boy would be hilarious. I don't need to Google. I don't need someone to Google for me like a Jamie. I just want a water boy. And again, strictly diversity hires, no white people. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh, yesterday. I don't know. Oh yeah, I said I went to the doctors. I have a note here to tell you guys that I'm proud of myself. I'm on my own health insurance. Pay for my own health insurance currently. Uh, I feel proud about that, for your whole life, you're on your parents' health insurance, and then boom, not anymore. I'm paying for it myself, which is kind of, I finally had to figure out how it worked this year, and damn, I'm proud of that. So I went to the doctors. Last night's debate it was great, honestly. It was so much better, obviously, than last time, but I know this can become a political podcast very quickly if I let my mouth run a little too long. And I'm going to refrain from that today. I do want to get into the 50 Cent topic, the whole more deep section of the podcast. So I'm going to run through the debate. I mean, on both sides, they did a fabulous job, in my opinion. Just the temperament was so nice and lukewarm. No, screaming and chaos like the first one. I don't know. I think the moderator, she did a good job just keeping the ship afloat and really steering it and keeping it, going. She wasn't taking anyone's shit. I think she did a great job. Anyways, enough about that. There's stats and data about the fact that the debates don't really impact the way the election goes. Like most people are decided, and apparently 40 million people have pre-voted. So last night was a bunch of bullshit. It was interesting. It was entertainment. I enjoyed myself. Anyways, watch the Eagles game, dude. Fucking Daniel Jones's trip after, I think that was like an 80-yard run he did. Well, I know it was because I'm reading my note here, so I'm cheating. See, you guys can't, if you're not watching this on YouTube, you have to understand. I might sound cool to you sometimes when I talk about football stats, and you know what I mean? Like I'll drop some shit, like a name drop, like Daniel Jones, QB for the Giants, tripping. Like I'll say that, and that might be impressive to you, but just know, I wrote that before the podcast, and I'm proud. I am proud to be American. No, I am embracing that. You know what I mean? It's part of being a host. Come prepared. I come prepared. I bring a notebook. I come prepared. Anyways, that was funny. Their Twitter was just freaking out about that last night. So yeah, debate, Giants Eagles game, go Eagles. Great, and I loved close games like that. And then this morning, of course, worked out. This seems so dry. I need to This is because I'm not drinking coffee right now. I'm not jacked up enough. Anyways, this morning I worked out. I did sprints. Yay. Okay, same shit, different mornings, different day. And then I ate beef for breakfast. I've been insecure about talking about beef and my consumption of beef. This is not. I think I think a vegan gave me a 1-star review because I know I piss off a lot of vegans for how much I talk about animal products and consuming beef. Anyways, I ate beef and butternut squash for breakfast. Oh my gosh, is that alliteration? Beef and butternut squash for breakfast. There's that onomatopoeia. What is that? Dude, words. Anyways, it was so good. I was starving after those sprints. I needed some fuel. I had some leftover ground beef and butternut squash, and I ate that for breakfast. And then I took a Zoom meeting with my job. Yeah, dude, you guys, I don't know if anyone knows this, but yeah, I'm double teaming myself with my, no, I'm fucking, I got a job, all right? I got a job, I got a podcast, I do a lot of shit. You know, I'm a stock investor now, apparently. By the way, not shy about this, here's a how-to book on how to day trade for a living by Andrew Aziz. I'm showing off a lot of books today. Got the 50-cent book and how to day trade for a living. I'm just saying, figure it out. Figure out the stock market. That's your homework. Go on Amazon. There's some great books. And you know what? Here's a tangent to go on. I'm at this point now where I am so down to admit that I don't know shit about anything in the world and how shit works, especially the stock market. I am so comfortable saying that and admitting that because no one really knows what the fuck is going on a lot of levels, okay, especially adults. I'm not trying to pretend and posture and puff up my chest and be like, I'm a businesswoman, I'm so good at what I do, I'm great at marketing, I'm so good at the stock, I can just pick the stocks like it's magical what I'm capable of doing. Like, fuck that. I'm young. I'm you know, I've got a college education under my belt and a few years of corporate job experience, and that's it. I'm not Barbara Corcoran. I'm not a shrewd businesswoman like Barbara Corcoran on Shark Tank. Fuck no. I know I'm getting angsty right now, but like, yo, I want to invite everyone out there to be real honest with themselves. You know, it's 2020. Let's dig deep. Let's get honest about our shit and admit that there's a lot to know. There's a lot to learn. And what I do now is I chunk out my evenings. I did it all week. I don't know why. That's probably not a good bedtime story to read about the stock market, like how dry, but I've been reading a lot of, trying to brush up on the terms. And I think I'm going to give myself a vocab test next week. Is that kind of shit. Like, I think the stock market, this thing I struggle with a lot, like when I watch people talk about it and everything, is the terminology and the words they use. If you don't understand them, it sounds like Chinese. So, is that offensive? Sorry. Like, to an American, it sounds like Chinese. To a Chinese person, it would sound like an American English language. Okay. So anyways, why did I say that? I don't know. My back hurts. I was going to mention, I said I'm, a podcaster. I've got a job. Getting into the stock market. I'm a shrewd businesswoman, whatever. And I have a note here to tell you guys that these are my grinding years. These are my grinding years. I'm in my mid-20s. You know what I mean? I'm throwing a bunch of shit against the wall and seeing what sticks. And right now it's obviously podcasting, clearly, 50 days in a row. But I'm willing to work 7 days a week and stay up all night and do that shit. And I'm really, I was so rejuvenated after my Zoom call this morning. I'm like, ready to take it to the next level. Not only with this podcast, but with my job and my life and my everything, man. Okay? This year has really thrown me into a trench. And now on the other side, I'm like, never again. I don't ever want to go back. It's all about momentum, baby. Just little baby steps accumulating over time. It's like a snowball rolling down a ski hill. What the fuck am I saying? Why was I gonna talk about getting body shamed? Wait, oh shit. Okay, so I just said my back hurts. Let's get into this. I just took a little time out and went to the locker room to tell myself to calm down, collect my thoughts, pace yourself today. This is gonna be a banger of an episode, Jacqueline, if you could just calm down. All right. So I wrote here that my back hurts, and then that made me remember or recall a time when I used to date a former chiropractor who body shamed me because I had a twisted rib cage. Anyways, one day he discovered that my rib cage is twisted, and so I'm realizing now, mid-20s, things are breaking down slowly but surely. It's probably the weight gain this year, but honestly, I think in a lot of ways it's probably contributing. My misalignment of my body is probably contributing to my pain, my back pain. But he also body shamed me for having weak scapula control. and flat feet. But you know what? Then I'm literally reading notes, and because I was spiraling. I was thinking about it. I'm like, my back hurts. I dated this chiropractor who would like, it wasn't like body shaming, like fat shaming, even though he showed me a ton of pictures of his exes all the time who were rail thin, and I was always insecure about myself, like I should never eat, and I didn't. I would protest. I get pissed off at him, and I wouldn't eat. Got real thin, rail thin, almost as skinny as his exes. Not that close, but like on that level. Why am I saying this? He was not good for me. I'm glad I ended that relationship, moved forward in life, but I realized like the subtle comments about my bone structure because he was a chiropractor kind of got to me. It kind of got to me, and I got real insecure about my shit, especially having flat feet. So anyways, I was spiraling. Here I am writing notes, reading them to you guys. This is basically make this your fucking bedtime story, okay? I'm reading a book out to you guys right now. Good evening. Today I'm going to talk about flat feet. Anyways, I started spiraling and thinking about fucking the time when... Okay, a lot of people out there have flat feet. In fact, I want to prove it to you guys. A lot of badass motherfuckers out there have flat feet. Let's Google this. Celebs with flat feet. I do know Logan Paul and Mike from Impulsive talk about having flat feet, and I'm like, that's it. If they need a female guest, they should hire me up because I also have flat feet. Dude, why does my brain work like this? I don't know what's going on. Celebs with flat feet. Dwayne Wade? Oh shit. Okay, a lot of NBA players have flat feet. Gasol, Tony Parker, Kobe. Oh fuck. I'm sad now. Kobe Bryant had flat feet apparently, according to this. But I started remembering, so I would get shame about that. And I worked for a company that was helping people reverse their flat feet and like help. Okay, it's called Move You. Just go look it up on Instagram. That's what it was called. I don't know. I don't care about saying the name of the company, but there you go. They help people like get control of their bone structure and like, if I applied myself, I could probably untwist my rib cage with the direction of or with, the help of what they teach. Anyways, what am I saying? Then I had an epiphany. Should I go back to the locker room? Should I go back? This is a train wreck. What did I say? I have a hurt back and then I remember getting body shamed. I'm so dramatic. I'm dramatic as fuck. Sorry. Happy Friday. This is, I don't know. Is this too energetic for you? Here's what I want to say. Again, then Logan Paul and Mike had flat feet, and then so then I said that. Then I had this realization that so when I worked for this company, I got to work with AB and Antonio Brown when he was traded to the Raiders, and I got to go and I was invited to his. I don't know. Should I say this? Fuck it. I don't give a shit. My boss was friends, that type of connection, went to his house. I was doing like slow-mo footage of his footwork. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, this motherfucker has flat feet. And he's the number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. The fuck? That's honestly all I had to know. I was like, fuck it. Now I'm seeing Dwayne Wade has flat feet. I'm seeing Kobe Bryant. Moment of silence, please. Has flat feet. Had. Fuck. Now that sounds fake how I'm like pausing like that. No, I'm genuinely like upset. My stomach hurts right now. Those number 1 athletes have flat feet, and look what they do. So you know what? I'm embracing it. I'm down with it. I'm cool with it. It's sexy. You know what? The queen of the Princess of Wales. What is her name? She has flat feet. I saw a photo of her in, why can't I remember her name? It's not Meghan Markle. Jacqueline. You know you're British royalty. I'm tripping up right now. Should I just play the music? Shit, I'm tripping. Why can't I think? My brain doesn't work right now. God damn it. The Duchess of Cambridge. Oh my god, I'm looking at a picture of her. I'm just losing brain cells today. Sorry. Turning that off. My bad. Oh, too many tabs open. Dude, this is a train wreck. This is why I'm hiring up. Doing diversity hiring in 5 years. I need help. Can you hear? You guys, like I said, I'm cozy and comfy telling you. I'm new at this and I kind of suck. I'm trying to remember a person's name right now and I'm trying to, Kate Middleton, motherfuckers. Kate Middleton. I should not put that in a sentence. I saw a photo of her and she had flat feet. So you know what? This is dude, flat feet. It's trendy. That's all I have to say. A lot of athletes have them. A lot of great podcasters have them. I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan has flat feet too. Anyways. Yeah, so I'm like, why am I telling you this story? So I'm at AB's house in the backyard. Dude, we're throwing fucking football back and forth, which is fun as shit. And I hit his fence because I was going too hard. And I was not to toot my own horn. I don't want to sound cocky. I'm actually going to be talking about confidence and cockiness at the end of this podcast. But I was like, damn, I didn't know I had this in me. I haven't thrown a pigskin in a while. So anyways, it was a great time. But I saw his flat feet on the footage and I'm like, the fuck? Anyways. Then I spiraled again. Let's spiral even more. Then I was seeing I was on NFL.com and I was checking shit out like I always do. And I saw that Russell Wilson came out with a beautiful statement about Antonio Brown and giving him a second chance. He deserves another chance. And it was a beautiful statement. And I actually posted on my Instagram story today because it choked me up a little bit because you know what? I'll be honest. Until you meet someone you don't really know, right? And I think how you see people through social media is usually inflated versions of, someone's personality, or they portray themselves larger than they really are or more out there. Clearly, I'm performing and putting on a show right now for the podcast a little bit. Today, I feel like I'm doing it. Some days I'm more relaxed and calm, but today I do feel like I'm putting on a performance. That is because it is episode 50, okay? And I don't care. Nobody says I'm going to be me. See, it doesn't. The lyrics weren't synced up correctly there, and it doesn't really work. But someday I'm gonna have little sound effects and shit. Anyways, what was I fucking saying? I forget already. Let's circle back. Put a pin in that. Like, I legitimately just lost my train of thought. Flat feet. I was talking about. Do I even okay, I know, guys, I said in the beginning, undiagnosed ADHD, but I'm literally getting distracted by a truck outside right now. A red Ford. Backing up. Okay, anyways, I people watch to transition when I go brain dead. I'm pissed. Why did I say that? Why did I forget my train of thought? Oh, until you meet someone in person, you don't really know, right? Like, I'm the type of person where I have to, like, I want to, until I know you personally and have a conversation and like see the whites of your eyes, I'm not going to be so dead set in my opinion of you. That's a real kind of pussy, excuse me, thing to do. No, that's weak shit. That's weak shit. I don't know. Like, it's easy to mischaracterize someone, online. And I know I'm probably annoying as fuck to some people out there. I get it. I know what it's like to follow someone, be kind of annoyed by them, be like, this bitch, I can't stop watching her, listen to her, but like, something about her pisses me off. You know what? Is it because I'm too comfortable? And I admit that I'm that comfortable and I don't give a fuck like I used to. And I tell you guys about my journey of, being an insecure wannabe influencer for my whole life and then coming out as myself this year as a podcaster. Is that annoying? I just want to, I guess, the reason I say shit like that is to kind of like, it's my audio diary, first of all. I'd be writing this in my journal. I'm already writing, first of all, like my journal is part of the podcast. But I speak out shit I think about. And if it's annoying and offensive and if it rubs you the wrong way, like maybe there's something in it that it's kind of true for you. Maybe this is motivating or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, let's get into, dude, flat feet, new trend alert. What was I going to say? Oh, I had an exciting Instagram story view yesterday. Don't want to say who, but it was exciting. It's very exciting. It's like, geez. I do check it sometimes. I think, I don't know, like I'm not a big, I have 1,000 of my followers are fake because when I was 18, my brother, he showed, like, we found an app when we were at a hotel one time on a family trip. And I remember we were like I got like an extra 1,000 followers. So whatever I have right now, I'll take 1,000 off. So I'm not like a big influencer, you know? And that's all you need to know about me, by the way. Oh, she like bought followers, or she got an app to get followers. Fuck that bitch. Dude, I'm a changed woman. You cannot look at when I was 18-year-old me, she was a people pleaser. She wanted more followers. She wanted people to like her. Now 26-year-old me is like, dude, I'm chilling. I got my own health insurance. I got my own podcast. I don't give a shit. Take me or leave me. That's how I live my life now. It's like I'm not for everyone. You know what I mean? That's it. Anyways, lost my train of thought again, dude. Again, should I go back to the locker room? What's happening? Reading my notes. Oh yeah, now I was gonna go into being I was gonna go into having confidence, and I was gonna go into like ego and cockiness. So let's get into this. First of all, 50th Law is my favorite book. 50 Cent, Robert Greene. I read this at a time when I was just kind of lost, a lost puppy, you know. Came across this book and it changed my life. And it changed my life so much to the point where now I'm showing the camera. I've got this giant spiral notebook with Jacqueline Kennedy on the front. She was the woman I was named after. And I basically, this is my first of all, this book reminds me, if you've ever watched The Devil Wears Prada, it's like the same vibe as what is it, Miranda Priestley? Who is the villain woman? Who was the Vogue like editor lady in that movie? Anyways, she had this booklet thing that was like the magazine blueprint. What is that called? I used to put shit together in InDesign. What's that called? Whatever. So I have one of those myself, and I love that 50th Law book so much that I took notes on it and actually did you all solid. I screenshotted it and posted on my Instagram story today to share with you, because there's some banger content in this book, and the notes I took are like all of my favorite parts. So I'm showing the camera that too. Go over to YouTube to watch this. You can see the spiral Devil Wears Prada notebook I'm talking about. I think if you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. It's like the part where Anne Hathaway's character goes into the penthouse and has to like drop off the book thing, the magazine blueprint thing in her apartment. Anyways, so I have one of those myself. But oh shit, now I lost my train of thought. My notebook. Gotta open my notebook back up because I don't speak off the top of my head. I'm not that organized. I'm not that good at this, dude. Month 2. I'm not a pro yet. So I was gonna go into this confidence, cockiness, arrogance, competitiveness topic because I was inspired by something I listened to yesterday. I don't want to I'm not going to name drop or say anything, but I just have some thoughts about what people, I don't know, how to portray yourself online that's friendly and like real and relatable versus, okay, I don't know how to start this. This is all going to tie into 50 Cent. So like, get ready. I'm going to sail this ship home. I know I'm going to sound like a train wreck right now, and this might be all over the place, but I want to get my thoughts out. So it would be really easy for me because I am competitive and I'm, I played sports and whatever, but it would be easy for me to be super cocky about this. If like, imagine, I know I got real cocky in the beginning about saying how I'm a daily podcaster. I'm drowning out these hoes. I'm doing it 7 days a week. Like fucking, I just spoke so highly of myself. But there's a difference between me saying that and some other person with a headset on or a microphone saying that who isn't being sarcastic about it. And I can't stand that. So like, I have some notes because of something I heard where I say shit to kind of reinforce, to try to help build my self-esteem, but I'm always self-deprecating and I'm always taking it down 10 levels because I'll just read it from the note from 50 Cent's book here to tie this together and sail the ship home. 50 Cent says, my superiority is that I know nothing. I must keep my mind open to experiencing things as they are, the source of all knowledge. Here's another thing he said. See everything as a source of education. Basically, his superiority is that he knows nothing. And I apply that, so tying into what I said about cockiness and being confident about being a podcaster and going to the big leagues and doing this 7 days a week. I don't know shit. I'm still new. And is he saying that's superior? Is that I know nothing? I don't want to say that I'm superior. I'm just saying that that's real. And I'm sharing that with you. And I'm not coming out of the gate saying I'm a pro and I've been training for this my whole life because I've been talking to people forever. And I enjoy that. I love meetings. At the jobs I've had, I like talking to people. You know what I mean? I like chumming a crowd. But I don't know. I think if you're going to come out and be confident and cocky about your podcasting career, it's like, sit down, get real, and just like slightly self-deprecate. You have to, if you share that you do have a little self-doubt, because no one has 100% confidence and knows everything. No one does. So when I hear that, when I overheard this thing, I don't want to name drop or say anything. It's not relevant to this story at all. It's just like, it was the source of my thought, or my reason for talking about this today. Anyways, I just lost my train. Dude, this is so you know how I said I'm going to keep the train on the train tracks today? I keep losing the train of thought. The train is fucking falling off the tracks. I know I said this is going to be all over the place. I don't know. And then it's like, when I say I'm a shrewd businesswoman, and I tell y'all to go to patreon.com/tjmss, when I say that, you can hear it in my voice that I'm like joking. Like, I'm not like full of air and thinking that I am so good at what's an example? I am so good at generating or like cultivating an audience and marketing this podcast and I don't just come out saying that, because the truth is I'm still learning. I'm not a pro at this. You know what I mean? I'm kind of making it fun by saying I'm a shrewd businesswoman. Dude, I'm not Barbara Corcoran, okay? I'm not on that level yet. Dude, when I'm 60, I'll be confident about saying that. Right now, it sounds ridiculous, okay? I have a lot to learn. Anyways, another thing I wrote here on my notes, a couple things, is I don't like when people are too private. I don't. That's why I never really understood the Beyonce hype. I don't like when people are they don't share much about themselves, and especially I don't like when people that are quote unquote influencers, podcasters, entertainers, celebrities, people that are in the public's face all day on social media and on TV and everything. I don't like it when they withhold the stuff you want to know about them that seems normal to talk about, they don't talk about. I don't like that. And that's what I learned from I don't know, just observing other people. It doesn't feel real, and that's why I'm doing the best I can to be honest and open and share kind of the shit that I love and hate about myself. And I'm trying to give you everything and talk about my family and where I come from and my farm life and my fucking private school and getting bullied. You know what? That's probably why I self-deprecate so fucking much, is I got bullied forever. I was fucking body shamed about my rib cage recently. So you know what? That's probably what helps me a little bit. Again, not to be cocky, but I'm aware. I have an awareness that when you just come out of the gates with confidence and you're just like, I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that, I'm competitive, I'm just, it's annoying. It's annoying. It's like, there's a, you have to have some sort of have some poise about it. You know what I mean? Have some poise about your confidence. Another thing sort of related is my favorite, probably my top three Rogan episodes this year were Kevin Hart, Elon, and David Blaine. I feel like I'm forgetting another banger. Well, Nikki Glaser, of course, that was so good. But there's so many bangers. But Kevin Hart for sure, because I loved what he said about giving away the shit you know. Like, you're not going to take it with you when you die, so help people, give away your knowledge. That's why I'm talking to you guys about my process and how I think and how I approach this and how I really feel. Like, I'm not going to fake confidence. I think faking it till you make it's great in a lot of ways. Like, I get it, but I'm not, I don't know. If I have an audience, if I have a billion eyeballs on me, I'm still going to keep it real like this. I'm not going to fake that I'm great at something I know I'm not great at. I don't want to feel like a fraud. I know what that's like. I've been fake all over the gram for so long trying to be I'm like a wannabe influencer back in the day. If you look at like my fucking college days, like I was trying to like be that girly influencer girl, like whatever. And I know what it's like to feel like a fraud. And so now I'm just like, I've learned, back to Kevin Hart, like help people, give away what you know. And all I know a lot of shit. So, no, I really don't. Is like, talk about the process, talk about how you're really doing and how you feel about your skills. For me in podcasting, like talk about it. Fuck it. Who cares if someone knows you're tripping a little bit and you're kind of struggling and the train fell off the tracks 6 times already on this episode. I'll admit it. Okay? That's real. And I know if you're listening out there, you're probably at work sometimes and you slip up on your words in a meeting and that sucks and you're embarrassed. We all do that kind of shit. So I'm doing it. I'm like literally, I'm in the meeting right now and I'm fucking up on my words. And it's human. It's real. It's normal. Anyways, I don't know. Let's get into the 50 Cent shit. Now I'm a bit nervous if anyone read between the lines of who I might have been referring to earlier about cockiness and all that, but it's good to have awareness, know yourself. It's real easy, like I said, I'm competitive as shit. It would be real easy for me to lean hard on that and think so and like speak so highly of myself, but I know that that's fucking annoying and like you guys are all out there, you're like fuck, you're all out there like it's 2020, this year's shitty for all of us. I'm having a hard time, and the last thing I want to listen to is a girl thinking I'm the best podcaster in the world, I'm the best podcast host, I'm gonna go to the tops and drown out these hosts 7 days a week. Fuck that shit. Okay, no, that's not real. Like what could I tell you? Like I'm looking at 2 fucking garbage bags right now. Not proud of that. David Goggins, he already bitched me out yesterday. I'm getting bitched out right now. I want to read these 50th law snippets. These notes I took in 2018 when I wrote this. And then I want to maybe elaborate on them or think about my life since I wrote this and kind of reflect. So let's do this. The first thing I wrote, in no particular order, actually I'm going to go with this other page that says, a thought I had in 2018, this is not the 50th law, this is something else. I wrote, speak the vision into existence. I wrote, everything begins in language, and then I crossed out everything and wrote in all caps, greatness begins in language. And I wrote under that, nothing is a big deal. Showing the camera, go over to YouTube to watch this. Interesting, I wrote, nothing is a big deal. Speak the vision into existence. It's crazy when I read this back and I reflect on this and go, that's like what I'm doing now. Greatness begins in language. That's kind of cocky. Thinking I'm going to be some... but yo, I said it a couple of days ago. I want a fabulous life. Okay? I want to be great. What's the point of your... Like, if that's not your goal, I don't want to associate with people that are just like... This is not a diss. It's just like, I don't want to live an average life. I like surrounding myself with people that are like 10 levels above me, even though I haven't done that right now, or haven't done that lately, especially this year. But I admire, I listen to podcasters. I watch a ton of people's interviews that I look up to that are 10 levels plus above me. Shout out Lex Friedman. Shout out Elon Musk. Shout out Mel Robbins. Shout out all these like, oh, is it Todd Herman I love? No, who's the other guy? The mind architect guy? He works with like athletes and shit. Andy Frisella, another name drop. Rogan and all the people he interviews, obviously. So I look up to a lot of great people in my mind that are 10 levels above me because they're where I want to be. Anyways, then I wrote, so greatness begins in language. Nothing is a big deal. That's it. Nothing is a big deal. Nothing. That's, I've been open about the fact that I struggle more on the depression side of things. More than I struggle on that, in that area over or more than, I guess, anxiety. And I know it's linked and related, but I don't have anxiety, panic attacks. I don't know what it's like to feel pressure on my chest. I can't relate to that. I do have family members, real close to me that have that, experience that. So I get it. But I wrote nothing is a big deal. And I realized like, that's my mindset about shit. Like I know, and I think this is another name drop, Marie Forleo. Yeah, Marie Forleo says that the best advice she got when she was little, I think is from her mom. Her mom told her that everything is figure outable. And a lot of shit sticks with me. Once I learn it and see it, I can't unsee it. And that's really stuck with me. Like everything's going to work out and nothing is a big deal. It's like shit happens. There's a solution. There's always a solution. So anyways, let's get into the 50 law book notes. We're getting back on the train track. Sorry. Whatever. It's my podcast. Again, I don't niche down. I talk about whatever I want. I don't topic down. I don't segment down. I start a segment and get off the segment, and then I get back on the segment. First note I took here from the book: make every moment count. Have a sense of urgency about life. Have a sense of urgency about life. So to reflect on that, now this is the part where I'm going to reflect on what I wrote. I realized that 2020 has really made adulthood feel like it's pounding on my door. Like, Jacqueline, wake up, figure it out. Double down, man. Double down, as Gary Vee would say. Double down on your strengths. No. Like, adulthood's knocking. I'm in my mid-20s. 2020 happened. I'm looking around at my life. No job. No direction. Nothing's clear. And so now I do have a sense of urgency. That's why I'm doing it 7 days a week, man. Okay? All right? It feels like I'm in a fucking rocket ship. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, podcast. Blah, blah, blah. Shit. So right now I feel like I have a sense of urgency as far as moving the needle forward and executing on my goals every day, where I was so uncomfortable with myself in the beginning of first half of 2020 because I was jobless, doing nothing, lounging so much, so depressed. I was like a blob. I was a literal couch potato. Like, I know, like, I get the couch potato thing. Like, I identified as couch potato most of 2020. And I was really uncomfortable with myself about that. And so now I'm trying to make up for lost time and have this urgency. Like, okay, now I have to do a podcast 7 days a week to make up for that shit. Okay, and next thing I wrote: it takes constant effort to carve a place for yourself in this ruthlessly competitive world and hold on to it. See, I told you I was going to tie in the cockiness competitive topic thing I was mentioning earlier with the 50 Cent book. Do you see how that worked? So it takes constant effort to carve out a place for yourself in this ruthlessly competitive world and hold on to it. So yeah, constant effort. So to reflect on this, as far as the thing I underlined here, ruthlessly competitive world, it goes back to what I wrote here about nothing is a big deal. Like, I get it. You got one life. It's a lot of competition. There's a lot of competition out there with other people and, you know, careers and making it to the top and all that shit. But like, nothing fucking matters. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what they're doing. It's like, whatever you value, like if you value having, if you admire people with, you know, a CEO title next to their name, or a PhD or a scientist or whatever. Like if that's important to you, you're going to see people like that in the world, and it's going to make you feel some type of way. What do I mean by this? I kind of want to tie this home, or retract this thought, undo this thought, edit, undo, and say that, like, people are just people to me. Like, I don't care who you are, what your job title is. I've never been phased by celebrity or status or any of that. I've never been phased. I've always kind of been like, we're all the same at the end of the day. Like, we all popped out of the womb the same. We didn't, some people have an advantage. Some people get lucky. Some people work hard, whatever. But I've always kind of questioned that, and I don't take it seriously. Like, oh, so-and-so's the, I mean, obviously I respect and admire the fuck out of, like, the Elons of the world and the people that are, like, shifting culture and technology. Like, there's a difference there. But for the everyday TikToker walking down the street, you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. And it's not like I don't know. I think the world is competitive, but it's kind of stupid sometimes, especially in podcasting. I'm like, look, it's not like a sport where there's like like, think of golf as an example. Like, there's, like, if someone's good at golf, like, how do I say this? Sports are wean people out because of the skills and the technique and the execution. You have to be able to get the ball in the hole. You know what I mean? And what's a better example? I don't know. But with podcasting, it's like some people are really nerdy and they talk about science on their podcast, and some people enjoy that, and some people are more comedic, and some people are more educational about social justice movements and mental health and, like, whatever. But I feel like there's room for everyone to be successful in podcasting because there's so many personalities, there's so many types of there's so many niches, you know what I mean, including my own. I'm my own niche. There's my little cocky for y'all. No. So anyways, I get kind of annoyed by competition sometimes. I'm like, who gives a fuck? I'm down for the NFL competitive shit. I'm down for the NBA, MLB. I like my basic bitch sports to be competitive, but people, I'm like, sit down and shut the fuck up. All right? There's room for everyone to be great. There's room for, I think, and that's why I like to pep up my fellow podcasters and talk them up, because I'm like, yo, I'm inspired by you. I think you're great at what you do, and I love clapping people up, you know? Clap them up. Next thing I wrote on here, let's move forward. Chugging along the train tracks. So I love this one. Ooh, you guys are going to love. This is a banger. 50 Cent. Reality is my drug. The more I have of it, the more power I get, and the higher I feel. Moment of silence for that. Reality is my drug. The more I have of it, the more power I get, and the higher I feel. Dude, that's so real right now because of social media and, you know, the information age and being on our phones and being out of reality all the time. Take your power back. Get back to reality. I don't know. He said it's his drug. The more he has of reality, the more power he gets. Yeah. Oh, so Robert Greene, by the way, 48 Laws of Power. He's the author of that. So this is the 50th law. And so I feel like that's kind of, that tracks, because he's talking about the more power, the more reality he has, the higher he feels, and the more power he has. I don't know. I just try to sail the ship back into the harbor there. Anyways, that's a great line. So if I could reflect on that, reality is my drug. I do feel like I'm, as far as like, oh, I want to level up my life, you know, really double down right now, go hard in the paint, because it's my grinding years, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm ready to discipline the fuck out of myself, especially at night, and do like an hour of yoga instead of scrolling social media. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to take that seriously, especially after watching The Social Dilemma. I'm so aware of my use, okay? I got a notification every day telling me, Jacqueline, you've been on Instagram for this amount of time today. Sometimes that happens at 10 a.m. Like, not proud of that. Like, it'll, like, when you've maxed out your Instagram allotment of, like, scrolling time by 10 a.m., dude, you're fucked. So, yeah, I think, again, adulthood knocking on my door. I want to, I want to level up, I think, you know what, dude, I'm going to get an egg timer on Amazon. That's what I'm going to do. I should own one of those to, scream at me and ring, going back to YouTube, or excuse me, Google. So I need Amazon.com, egg timer, Amazon Prime this bitch. It's going to be like $7. I just got that tab ready for later when I stop podcasting. But yeah, I think I want to start. Yeah, that's my goal. Sharing my goals. That's what this podcast is all about. Sharing my behind the scenes, like what's in my head. You know what I mean? Spitting it out. Get your reality back. 50 Cent. People talk with solid opinions about matters of which they had no experience. They are full of so much air. Told you I was going to tie that into what I was saying earlier. Yeah, I don't like that shit. People in their early 20s, like, I know it's a cliche, but like life coaches that are 20, like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I don't like it when people that, like, for example, I've been podcasting, okay, yes, 50 days in a row, but it's like month 2, okay? I'm not a pro at this. I am fine admitting that, but it's so insane to me when, like, young people speak to go back to this quote thing. They don't have enough experience yet to be so solid. You know what I mean? It's exhausting. People need to they need to be humbled. They need to be taken down a few levels and shut up, because it's all talk. A lot of shit you see is all talk. It's not, there's nothing to back it. And like, especially entrepreneurs, it's like, yeah, you sound really cool and you're saying this stuff, but show me the money. You know what I mean? I gotta say though, there's obviously a spectrum of people out there that are bosses in their 20 and they're life coaches. Like, I get it, but for the most part, I think it's sexy to talk a big game, and you're, as a millennial about like social media, entrepreneurship, marketing, and it's like, you're on year 2 out of college. Like, sit down. Anyways, and again, I know what that's like, because I used to feel like that. I used to go on Snapchat and I would like say shit so confidently about, I got more into I talked a lot about science and stuff, like climate stuff. Like back in the day, I got really like nerdy about like veganism, and I spoke in a way that was so solid. It's like, Jacqueline, sit down. Okay, this is related to that. And I said this earlier, 50 Cent. My superiority is that I know nothing. I must keep my mind open to experiencing things as they are, the source of all knowledge. So to reflect on that, experiencing things as they are. Jacqueline is on her laptop with a headset on. I got a ring light in front of my face. Got a fucking campfire next to me lit. And I'm experiencing this off the cuff. I know I write in my notebook. I know I come prepared with my notebook. But I'm doing the reps. I'm just experiencing this. And I'm saying I know nothing. Back to 50 Cent, he knows nothing. And I'm open-minded to experiencing new things. So, hey, if someone constructively criticizes me and says, Jacqueline, upgrade the mic. Take off the pop star headset. Let's get you a nice microphone. I'm open to that. I'm open to experiencing new things on the podcast. Okay? Hey, Jacqueline, take the hat off. I don't like the Seahawks. No, I'm kidding. I'm wearing a Seahawks hat today. Anyways, you get it. Experiencing things as they are, the source of all knowledge. Yeah, that's fun as fuck. Like, I really, like, I want to go play beach volleyball. I haven't played beach volleyball in so long. And it's like, I just want to go learn and go play beach volleyball and be in the moment and get high off my reality. No, That's a weird example, but like, I want to learn new shit. That's so fucking fun. I love learning new shit. That's like this podcast though for me. It's like I'm entering a new world. I'm like every day I'm like, okay, this is how I upload it, and this is how I post it to Instagram, and it's obviously like so easy a caveman could do it, so easy a 2-year-old could click a link or like copy and paste a link, but even the way I've written in my notebook changes and it shifts and I keep refining it and how I organize it. And dude, month 2, still learning. Next thing, 50 Cent. Basic ignorance I had as a child. That's it. Be curious like a little kid. You don't know anything. You're young. You've never shoved a Lego in your mouth before, and then all of a sudden you do it. You're like, this bitch is crunchy. And it hurts my teeth if I bite it too hard. Oh God, if I step on it, that fucking hurts. You know what I mean? Basic ignorance. Okay. Next thing, 50 Cent. See everything as a source of education. Yeah, that's dope. Develop. The last thing on this. This is the last hyphen. This is the last bullet point here. Taking along my notebook journey right now. Develop my mind into a powerful analytical instrument. Develop my mind into a powerful analytical instrument. That's it. I know I keep saying that's it, but like, analyze shit. Ask questions. Sorry for screaming. Analyze. Ask questions. Don't take shit as fact. And especially the media. No, I won't go into that. It's not I could go and spiral, make this a political show right now, but I won't. Self-discipline. David Goggins just yelled at me and told me not to do that. But that's like, I don't know. I'm a curious cat. I don't know if it's because I don't know why I'm that way, but I do ask a lot of questions. Literally in my head all day long is why. I'm like that shithead kid in the backseat. I remember being like, oh, fuck, when my brother started learning to talk, oh my God, I remember this so well. I'm in like kindergarten. I'm in my booster seat in my mom's Astro van. Yeah, we had an Astro van. My mom had, like, I was so mortified by our van growing up. I could totally go on a whole tangent about that, but we had a fucking Astro van. And I'm in my booster seat. My brother were picking him up from preschool. And the kid asked so many questions as we're driving around back home or whatever from school. Mommy, why does this happen? Why does the train look like that? Why is the sky blue? Like, why all day long? And that's still part of me. I still think that's one of my best qualities is asking why. Not to toot my own horn, not to be annoying, but like, it helps. I feel like it helps you understand life better and see things from a big picture and zoom out instead of being emotionally charged by shit. When you ask why, you can kind of settle yourself down and not be so like angry about a situation or whatever. If you understand how to ask questions, is understand both sides, and you get the point. You got to keep your cool, you know what I mean? Keep your cool, ask questions, moving on. By the way, there's only a few more 50 Cent quotes here, and then I'm going to try to sail the ship home, make episode 50 the best one yet, and be more entertaining and interesting instead of, I feel like such a nerd right now, but I know it's good to reflect. It's good to think thoughts and go over book notes, I guess. Can't recommend this book enough. So I have a few more bullet points here. Let's go to the next bullet point. When you prove to yourself, 50 Cent, when you prove to yourself that you can get things on your own, then you experience a sense of liberation. It's like me getting health insurance. Feels good as shit. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't really need to reflect on that too much. I love that. Becoming, mid-20s now, adulthood, it's like being able to take care of yourself and being independent of your family and your parents and all that. Like, I'm literally in my own world down here, providing for myself. I don't get support. I'm not a trust fund baby or anything like that, which no shade or anything. Like, some people, those are the cards that are dealt, and that's great, but I've had to earn everything. I've had to work hard and do this on my own. I don't have, I'm not showered with money from like a rich family or anything like that, or I don't have a man or in my life doing that for me. So it's kind of I feel like I'm in the driver's seat. You know what I mean? I get to do whatever I want. I'm my own woman. Is that sexy? That's sexy as hell. An independent woman, a confident, independent woman. A funny one at that. According to my DMs, and enough people have told me I'm funny to believe it. I guess now, dude. So this is my acceptance journey. I get it. Some people think I'm funny, and I think that's a great quality, anyways. Dude. Next bullet point. Wean myself off of dependencies. Listen to my own voice. Return to childhood ambivalence, the freedom, power to move on my own. This is like redundant, but rebel against the dependent part of my character. Ooh, that's hot. That's real sexy. Rebel against the dependent part of my character. Yeah, if you notice it's like codependence. I know what that's all about. Yo, that is it. Rebel against that shit. Don't want any part of that. Relying on other people is soul sucking in a lot of ways. Like, I don't know. It's there's like being a supportive, whatever the relationship is, friendship, like boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage, like your mom and dad, your daughter son relationship. What am I saying? Have a sense of like independence from, I don't know, just relying on people sucks. I don't know. Okay, anyways. Oh, favorite line in the book. Actually, the second favorite line. The other one I have to dig in and find because I don't know if I dog-eared it in the book because I didn't write it. 50 Cent. My character traits are a kind of chemical mix that will never be repeated in history. That's a woke quote right there. That's dope. Holy shit. When you really think about that, let's overthink this right now. Like, you are you. There's no one else out there like you right now. Own that shit. Celebrate that shit. Your character traits are kind of chemical mix, chemistry, anatomy, biology, cells, souls, consciousness, bones, blood, guts. The mix of that you hold and you are in the driver's seat of right now, and you are awake and you are alive and you have a heartbeat and a soul and dreams and goals and a family and a dog and a cat and a horse. No. That will never be repeated in history. Let's get woke right now. You know what? That's probably a high note I should end this on, this segment. I have a couple other bullet points, obviously, but that's badass. I know, as far as coming out as myself this year. Oh, the gays are going to come for me. Is that not okay to say? I just feel like I've been putting on a little facade or just trying to be something I'm not. Like I told you, my journey of wanting to do like the influencing shit, and that never felt natural. And so I'm coming out this year as myself, and I completely, now I feel like I'm applying. I wrote this in 2018. Now I actually feel like I'm applying and believing that thought about my chemical mix, who I am, will never be repeated, and I should own that and I should embrace it instead of trying to be something else. Fuck that shit. No, being someone else is sad. All right, next bullet point. I know that was a high note, but let's move forward. Then I'm gonna, I don't know, talk about day trading or something. The process. 50 Cent. 50 Cent. I have to start the fucking quote by saying that. 50 Cent. The process of gaining power over the self is the most satisfying feeling of all. Knowing step by step you are elevating yourself above average dependent masses. 50 Cent is the shit. Average dependent masses. Dude, I need to pull up a 50 Cent song. Let's just hold on, stay with me. Well, DJ Khaled, sorry, you're fired right now. We got 50 Cent. I don't care, nobody says I'ma be me, cause I'm out here grinding. Dude, in the club, no, we want like, dude, too rich for the bitch. Dude, many men. I need like a good. Oh, dude, train track, falling off the train rails. I can't click a song. Whatever, I'm just going to click whatever first one comes up. That's fun. I don't know what you heard about me. That's fun. I'm just celebrating 50 Cent right now. I really need to work on the audio. No one can hear this. Oh, shit. My stress ball's rolling off the table. Dude. 50 Cent. What a man. What a gem. That's a great quote. Elevate yourself above the average dependent masses. Dude, just boss up, all right? 2021's about to hit. Boss up, okay? No more. Okay, let's not bond in 2021 over how depressed we are and how much anxiety we have and how much our acne sucks and how much, like, I think so I have a theory. I'm going to just let me do this right now, okay? This is my podcast. I have a theory that exposure, like you can get overexposure to, and the idea, or like when people publicize their problems all over social media, and when you follow like 50 of them and you're consuming that all day, I don't think that's good for us. I get it. It's like real, it's relatable, it's, you know, human. We all go through shit, but I feel like I think people can overdose on that too much, and then we bond over it, and then it's like, I'm just like sad, and people are just sad. I don't know how to say it. It's like these fucking rappers too. It's like all they bitch about, or all they rap about is sadness, and it's like, I don't know. I like the 50 Cent approach. Boss up. Just fucking, like, what's another thing I read in that? Reality is my drug. The more I have of it, I don't know. Nothing is a big deal. I'll go back to my quote. Let's fucking do it. I'll go back to my quote. Nothing is a big deal. And then, I know this is not okay to say, but like I brought up Chris D'Elia's special, and the line he said yesterday said when he came out, he like opened with, "Hey girls, just gotta tell you something. Relax." Like that is sort of like how I feel like about life and shit. Like, yo, all those people out there depressed, sad, anxiety, just nothing's a big deal. You can relax, okay? Boss up. I don't know. Just what you give energy to manifests, you know what I mean? And I think if you follow 50 depressed people and all your friends are talking about their anxiety and depression, and it's just like this shit, it's a shithole. Get back to reality. Go play beach volleyball. Fucking get high off reality. It's a new wave, yo. And I know that's not good for business. I need people's attention. I need people's eyeballs. But yo, like, get back to reality, man. 50 Cent would tell you to get back to reality. I gotta find my favorite quote in this book, okay? There's like 300 pages in this. But I think I can find it quickly. This quote is so good. And at the time, it hit me home because I was feeling a slight abuse psychologically. And I think it's like more in the beginning of the book. Just stay with me. Let me play the 50 Cent song. Well, this is like the da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Here you go. Enjoy this banger of a 50 Cent song while I find the quote. Okay. Flipping pages. Oh, found it. Dude, that was so quick. I'm so quick with my shit. Am I professional at this yet? Episode 50, I think we just discovered. I just found this 50 Cent quote in the book faster than Jamie Google shit. I'm just saying. And this is prehistoric searching, like going through a book to find something without SEO and keywords and all that shit from Google. Fuck off. I'm feeling cocky. Sorry. I deeply apologize. I'm proud of myself, though. Okay, this is the quote that really struck a chord when I read it. Then I'm going to end this podcast because Jesus Christ. What did I just say? I can find a quote in a book faster than Jamie can Google shit? I'm just saying that was kind of funny. Okay. Look, I'm trying to keep your ears engaged, be entertained. And if I fired you up and pissed you off right now a little bit, I'm still looking for the haters. Okay. Because if you have haters, you'll have a career. You need haters to have a career. Okay. I need vegans to follow me and hate me because I need a career. Okay. Putting it out there. So 50 Cent, favorite quote in the book, hit home when I read it. Every negative is a positive. The bad things that happen to me, I somehow make them good. That means you can't do anything to hurt me. That's fucking beautiful. Every negative is a positive. The bad things that happen to me, I somehow make them good. That means you can't do anything to hurt me. That's like me talking about Marie Forleo and her life advice from her mom and how everything is figure outable. Nothing is a big deal. Like the bad shit in your life, 50 Cent says he somehow makes them good. The bad things that happen to him. He's gone through a lot of hell and a lot of shit and a lot of struggle in his life. Read the book. It's great. He figures out a way to spin it around and make it good. Again, that's boss shit. Let's boss up. Let's be inspired by this quote right now and take this to the weekend. It's Friday, okay? It's not Motivation Monday. It's fucking Motivation Friday today. I don't know why this podcast transitioned into this right now, but it is. And then the last line here was like, this was when I felt this in my soul. That means you can't do anything to hurt me. So, yeah, wow. Every negative is a positive. I think when he wrote that or said that, he went, I like the way that sounded. He's like, that sounds nice. Every negative is positive. That's a sexy line. It's all about perspective and how you perceive things. And again, it's like, this is possible. Every negative can be a positive in your life. And you can make all the bad things good with perspective and keeping your cool and staying calm and asking why. And honestly, asking questions is going to help you with that. Because, if someone, it's like me being, I'm too, I have like the over empathy shit or whatever the fuck it's called. It's like someone robbing me. And the reason why I'm going to make that positive is because I'm going to go, I bet that robber lost his mom last week and he's really struggling or some shit. Like he broke up with his girlfriend. I'm going to sit there and ask why. Like, why did he do that to me? And then I'm going to be like, oh, I forgive you. I love you. Whatever. It's kind of a weird example, but you know what I mean? Just like ask why more. It'll make you happier. Sometimes I learn too much though. And I'm like, I just did not need to know that. Dude, episode 50. Crazy thing to tell you guys right now actually about this book and everything is before the episode, TMI, I went pee, okay? Whoa! So, we're besties. I'm telling you everything. I don't give a shit. I went pee, and then I went to my bedroom to shut my door because, I'm trying to soundproof this bitch as much as possible for you guys. And I got a dog upstairs wrestling around and these fucking kitchen table chairs moving. So I got to soundproof this studio as much as possible. Anyways, I literally come out of my bathroom. Literally, I come out of my bathroom, go over to my door to my bedroom. And my left eye, not both, just my left eye, it glanced up on my bookshelf because I installed a bookshelf real high above my window. It looks sexy. It's really I don't know, vibey. I don't know what the fuck. It's like you'd see it on Pinterest. Okay. I put a bookshelf real high and, I see the number 50 sticking out. And I was like, oh shit, I got an idea for episode 50. And that's why I read all those quotes. And that's why I just did that whole episode about 50 Cent. And let's celebrate him one more time here. I love 50 Cent. All right. Dude, he's a shrewd businessman. Okay, there's an example of a businessman. If you want to go, read the book. Goddamn 50 Cent. He can do it all. What can he do? Oh God. I don't know how to land this plane or end this or bring the ship back to the harbor right now. So I'm going to go on Instagram and see what I could come up with for the last segment of the podcast. Oh, my cousin just posted a skateboarding video. That's cute. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, by the way, shout out Russell Wilson again. My mom just replied to because I'm reading this because my mom replied to my story where I posted Russell telling the world that Antonio Brown deserves a second chance. And my mom goes, I hope he goes to the Seahawks. My mom loves AB. She's so, like, when I got to go and work with him, that story I told earlier, she was like freaking the fuck out. My mom loves football players. I think she always says, like, in another life, she wants to be a running back. She loves, oh my God, her favorite is Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is her, like, favorite ever. Love my mom. Let's see. Oh, speaking of my mom, I'm going to my text right now. Content, talking points. Here she is with her fucking chainsaw. It's her hedge cutter. She sent us a video of her cutting the trees. Jesus, she works so hard. And the thing is, I don't know if anyone knows this. I've never told the podcast. My mom was she grew up on a dairy farm her whole life, and you know, the cows eat before you do, wake up before school and feed animals. So she's always, and I think that's where I get some of my work ethic, is like the fact that even though we didn't live on a dairy farm growing up, we got scolded. Like, if the horse didn't have hay before we were eating breakfast, it was like, you're grounded. Like, the animals eat first. So anyways, she's sending us videos. She's got these. Jesus Christ. She's got that little giant ladder system. Do you guys remember that infomercial? Holy shit. Here, I'm showing the camera. The little giant ladder. That thing was so intriguing. When the people would, like, they just made it look so sturdy. You know what I mean? They drive like a cart across it and shit. I love infomercials. That was my 3 a.m. Hobby in middle school with my friends. Like, I remember, like, going to my friend's basement, hanging out at her house. And the only reason I went there is because she had snacks that my mom wouldn't allow us to have. And I just ate all the snacks and all the, oh my God, our favorite shit. Dude, hi, tangent. Like, how serious I took this podcast talking about those quotes from the 50 Cent book. And now I'm talking about eating snacks in middle school and watching infomercials. But yo, we ate so much spinach ravioli from Costco. Do you know what that, if you know what that is, that's my favorite, like, fucking thing from Costco. We ate so much of that. And then we'd have, like, these, her mom was always on, like, Weight Watchers or something. And we had these, like, Weight Watchers ice cream sandwiches all the time. We like sit in her basement at 3 a.m. and eat those ice cream sandwiches and watch like fucking little giant ladder system infomercials, and then like scribble all over posters of Miley Cyrus because we hated her because she was dating Nick Jonas. And then now I love her and it's full circle and everything's great. And wow, episode 50, holy fuck. Oh, my mom sent a selfie. Oh, she's so cute in her blue hat. She loves hats. Oh my God, these bushes are so tall. Oh my God, it looks so cold there, Washington. So I'm going home for Christmas time, and I'm already mentally, I've been doing some meditation practices or meditation exercises about being cold. No, it's gonna be fun. I love it. You know, I'm trying to set the vibe here on the video podcast with my candle. Excuse me. Oh my God. Oh my God, no, it's my campfire. Fuck. I wasn't supposed to expose that. Is my trying to be a creative podcaster thing. I'll just fucking say it now. I've been teasing like the little shithead I am. I've been saying, yo, I'm sitting next to a campfire in my studio right now. Go over to YouTube to check it out. And then you come to YouTube and it's like, this is a fucking candle. That's kind of, dude, Jacqueline, that's fun for a 5-year-old listenership, 5-year-old audience. Not the 30-year-olds listening to you. Jesus. I don't know though. It's like, I like to have fun, okay? I'm sitting in my eyes, dude, everything is about perspective, right? Everything's about perspective, okay? Let's get deep again, back to the 50 Cent shit. In my perspective and how I'm perceiving what I'm looking at, this is a fucking campfire. And yes, I could roast a marshmallow on it and make a s'more. And that makes it a campfire. I'm kind of slightly overheating right now, but I got my Arm & Hammer baking soda deodorant that I got at Vaughn's that was on sale, and I don't even know why I got it because I'm pretty sure this has parabens and sulfites. Dude, oh my God. If you're still putting... I got hair in front of my eyes. Listen up. I got one last statement to make. If you're still putting parabens and sulfites and fucking chemicals in your deodorant in 2020, you might as well be driving to work, riding to work in a horse-drawn carriage, a covered wagon, I don't know, 1903 or whatever the fuck. That's how old-fashioned that shit is. With the information we have now about parabens and sulfites in our armpits, how could you? How dare you? Get that shit out of your products. Okay? So anyways, I'm overheating because the campfire and I have BO. Actually, no, I don't. I think I'm okay. But it's getting hot. And that's a red flag that I need to end the podcast. So I don't know. Episode 50, feeling good, feeling energized. We got the Q&A tomorrow for Saturday. You can hang out with me on YouTube Monday through Friday. I post the video podcast on YouTube during the week, and then I slack off on the weekends. I roll out of bed and I podcast, and I don't go on camera. Behind the scenes information. And then also, I think I'm up to like 20 posts on my Patreon. So go over to patreon.com/tjms to literally look at my camera roll. All the pics from all the shit I never post on the internet, basically. All over my Patreon. Everyone gets a shout out at the end of the podcast. I now have 2 people to call every month. People get phone calls with Jacqueline. That's fun. So patreon.com/tjms if you want to support the show, it's a good time. And just follow my social media. I got Jacqueline Monroe on Instagram. I've never liked, by the way, Jacqueline Monroe. I struggle when I say my own fucking name. I think it's overthinking it, but to say it fast like that, it's kind of hard. Jacqueline Monroe. But it's Jacqueline Monroe. Go over to Instagram and type in Jacqueline Monroe to follow my social media, to watch my Instagram story. And dude, it gets popping sometimes. Like yesterday, I was like, Jesus Christ. I was talking about fucking, I'm playing with my boob. Do not do that on camera. No boob touching on camera. Yesterday, I was making a comment about my Patreon. No one has subscribed. And I was just poking fun. Obviously, I don't give a fuck. It's not that crazy. I'm not that upset about it. But I was like, what if I made an OnlyFans and told, oh my God. Should I edit that? No. Embrace. Love yourself. Who cares? Everyone burps sometimes. I was like, should I just link you guys to an OnlyFans? Should I just do an OnlyFans and go big or go home and fucking pop off in a bikini on there and I would wear something, lingerie, whatever the fuck. I was thinking about it. I'm like, that's different. Who would, she obviously I don't want to say it. I was thinking of a podcaster that could probably get away with doing that and it would make sense. But yeah, Lincoln, what podcaster links people to their OnlyFans? I guess I'm sure some of them do, Trisha Paytas or whatever the fuck her name is. Oh my God, that sounds so rude. I'm so entertained by her. She's letting it all hang out now. She doesn't. She's fully showing it all over Twitter. And I unfortunately had to see, I wasn't, on Twitter, nudity shows up and you can't avoid it. There's no censoring of that. So I'm like, oh, okay. Hi, Trisha. But I'm sure she would link to an OnlyFans. I'm talking nonsense because I need to end this. But seriously, if you want to see my content, fully clothed content, go over to patreon.com/tjms. And I'm going to end this now. But I get attached. I love podcasting, and sometimes it's difficult for me to cut the chain and let go and continue my day. But after that Zoom meeting this morning, I'm fired the fuck up. I've got work to do. I know it's going to be a long day, and I'm excited. I'm excited to Kill it. Kill it for my country. What the fuck am I saying? How about that debate last night? Should I make this a political podcast now? Should I get into it? I'm just kidding. Um, Imagine me going on for another 20 minutes about the debate and talking politics. Like, Jacqueline at that point is like 1-star review, quit podcasting, like nice try. Like, participation trophy, you did your best, but Jacqueline, the podcasting isn't for you. Like, fuck. I gotta be self-disciplined. I gotta cut this. I gotta say, now is the time I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna call it. How do, like, when I watch other podcasters go, like, they cut it so quickly. They're just like end the conversation. I'm like, it's like a knife in my heart. I'm like, I wasn't ready. And I know right now you're like, Jacqueline, I'm not ready for you to go. This is like fucking Titanic shit. We're like, I'm Jack and you're Jane. What's her name? I can't even remember the girl. Wait, what's her name in it? Draw me like one of your French girls. Anyways, it's like we're at the last scene when she's like hanging on the board in the water. I'm like, don't go. Okay, anyways. Trying to help you guys. Whatever. I hope this helped. Hope you learned something from 50 Cent. Honestly, I was just sharing the good news. I was regurgitating his quotes and information. Like, that's not from the top of my head. Obviously, I write it down, and I'm curating important mindset, life knowledge stuff for y'all. That's kind of fun though. I do like to get deep like that. Episode 50, gotta get deep. Gotta sort of take it seriously. Anyways, I love you guys. Let's play a little 50 to end this. Have a great Friday. I will be here tomorrow for your Saturday Q&A. All right, I'm out.